To allow his teammates to start peeking in. They hear the footsteps down around that corner. First flash involved. Dia's not going to peek from it. He's at the scaffolding. Waiting, tapping forward. Player being seen and player being found. First frag of the matchup goes the way of HAVU. Spinks going to try to respond towards it though, and the back line's held so far passive and can't really do much here. Pinned in a corner, dealt with by Aerial. 5v3 for HAVU in the post plant. Into round 2, so that's a bit of a bonus alongside the defuse kit if they have to go for retake. Seen many great force by rounds on Dust 2 so far today, Dwayne. So, don't count them out just yet. One pick back does get found by Snappy, but now going to hold himself back over towards Goose. Looks like that all players will just be able to stay alive just about for the CT side, and Snappy gets another good kill back. So,
and just trying to give advantages on some of the map presence being taken.
First frag found by the T side as Hades and Dotto will get cleaned up by Disturbed. And Co. Zori turns on towards Dia. This is Mac 10, so one trade is available, 2 trades available actually for the Eagles involved for Snappy and Spinks, so 2v3. I don't think it turns into a comeback or a retake from here.
Than the youngest player on HAVU of Slowy, so it's always something to consider, like how these Finnish guys have been around in the scene for a very long time, have played at the higher levels too. You just have a look at how possibly up towards the short position now.
Third man watching from the mid, controlling the 2-1-2 split. M4 takes his face. X7 deals with Spinks immediately. And now just to run out mid to B here. The AWP trying to adjust as Hades and Dio do get a couple of decent frags on Slowy and X7. Disturbed finally dealt with players way too close, however, in the 8K. Dotto still trades him, and it's all left to Zori. 10 seconds, the bomb's been dropped. He's got no chance on the round. He knows it. Got to save the AWP. It's a first for ENCE.
It's just so slow. It's so slow here on T-side. It comes to a bit of a moment where
they're not going to waste any time with this hit here, HAVU. Just full sending up here. Slight gap on the right-hand side of that smoke. Can't be exploited by the M4. Let's get caught by Aerial instead with his spray. Back 3 players remaining here for the CT side. And HAVU establishing their dominance in this. But Dotto is at least finding trades here. One player. Slowly close. Caught second kill. Not quite.
Just an excellent change of pace. It's exactly what HAVU needed. They've kept it very slow. They've kept it very tight. All of a sudden, it's more pacey. It's more aggressive out from long. Hades gets caught off straight away. That's the last. Just waiting for the early contact.
Well, ENCE have been good with these reads so far, and you can see Hades is set with the AWP above that smoke. Utility down. Player walking out of elbow. X7, how have you won that fight? Not quite that one, unfortunately. It does put attention back into the A play, but Hades is still holding with that AWP. Utility being thrown out. Secondary AWP also on the crossfire. Dia with one frag. Slowy trades him. Hades still close to sight, though. Point blank against the bomb carrier. Gets that frag in. Continues to round the corner. Deal with Disturbed, but Zori trades it back, and now has got a clutch on a 3K. 1v2. Moves up to the window. Looks back at CT Spawn, but the M4's expecting him to go to this position, and they get the kill for it. So ENCE hold on to the second round.
And that's the Hades I've come to see today. That one right there. Beautiful
information. Faze getting caught by the 5-7. Smokes will clear. His teammates still got to cross somehow. M4 Spinks here at Gandalf, and Snappy spams away with the 5-7, gets nothing for it. Hades does though on the backstab. Dealt with by Aerial to return. M4 Spinks finally strikes back, gets 2 kills, 35 seconds. Swing back for the triple, not quite as successful, but 2 versus 2 with the AWP boosted up. He catches X7 next up, and it's all Aerial. On 2 for his own right, sees both players, focuses on the spray, but doesn't get his TK. It's involved for Dotto for his 2 frags of his own right, and a 3rd round to the board of the ENCE playstyle. Again, they've been so hyper-passive in this matchup. And they're going to focus on this mid-defensive here. They cannot afford to fall away, especially as Dia goes down, back to a 4 versus 4.
A lot of damage done onto the nade, but now mid has just been completely lost. Flash comes in. Oh, great peek coming through for Snappy. And Speaks is aggressive in the upper tunnel, seeing nothing.
Utility inbound. Zori. Artov's in, or set for the collateral, not gonna happen. Hades with the incendiary back to the right-hand side instead, with a smoke down as well. Disturbed caught for damage, 42 points of health. HAVU struggling the first end of the site as Aerial does get his 1 trade back in. Disturbed wraps the corner, sees 2. Hades still deals with it. Aerial left alone, and Tech 9 of Zori taps up 2 players, and now looks for the bomb plot 1-on-1. Look out to position, smoke down. Not seeing his man, not catching anything in this round. He's got to regress. He's got to grab one of those kits. Seen back in Zori. Gets his 3K. Zori are not a winner, boys. It's 7 for HAVU.
Even having the confidence to fight for the information up against Spinks to just give himself the perfect advantage.
Oh, how wonderful was that? The Tech 9 play, like out of nowhere. They didn't even instantly in this kind of a eco round. There is a bit of heavy investment from X7 and Aerial. And kills back in with Dotto. 3 frags, 4 frags, and it does feel like an eco at the end of the day. So not much that he can do in this 1v5 for Slow. He does get his good shot off. Flash over. Trying to peek in for a bit more position, but can't see anything of the CT side. They are really close towards him. Trying to isolate every single headshot, but it's not landing on that one. Good flick to Dotto, but he ends up with the ace. Bursting through. Easy SMG. AK picked up and all.
Yeah, nicely done. And
looking to the right-hand side of that smoke. Flashbang keeps him blind. Can't isolate the kill for it, though. Slow is going to wrap around, but it will force the CTs to fall back.
That's good flashes. Force the AWP off angle and even swing wider. Slowy catches him.
Straight for the smoke, disturbed. Still low, dealt with by Snappy. Back to 3 versus 3. The retake is on. Past this smoke, Zori can't be seen right here. Spinks can get X7, though. Snappy can follow suit. And it's all left to Zori to clutch it again. Another 3K involved for him. He's getting tagged up, though. And finally, headshot down for Spinks to double up in the round and secure the retake for ENCE to go 7-all.
Coming through for Dotto. It may have been seen, actually, from that shoulder bait coming through from Slowy. So it all just comes to how they're going to force him wider.
Zori with a pick on Dotto, Snappy to respond. Aerial can respond to that. So 2 for 1 and a very quick sequence into the mid control. HAVU pressing on short as they trying to indicate a mid to be played. The smokes and Molotovs coming down will force the fall back out of position. Hades is also pretty close at the CT spawn. AWP shot in, flick back, not connecting. He's dead. 4-on-2 scenario as Hades has got to go in for this. Does see the mad great lock on towards Slowy. Now him and Spinks up for the retake.
Zori's even so aggressive up for the short position, looking to take the fight straight away out to CT, meaning that Spinks is the last one left. What a perfect mid-round call there from HAVU. It really did look like they were splitting in towards the B side, and it scrambled the CTs ever so much that it just meant that Dia was so out of position that it
become clinical to do it again. X7. Nice to face out here towards the A side. The 2 players are going to drop down towards CT spawn. No one's going to be seen out there. Shots missed out against Spinks as he gets his kill back involved. Aerial will tap forward towards the pit control. And Disturb comes in from CT alongside a teammate, but he still gets overwhelmed. Slowly goosed out. 26 points of health. Bomb plant will be secured. No one is watching that long presence, and the flashbangs continue coming in for the utility. Zori gets it back to the man advantage alongside Aerial's efforts, but Snappy and Dia respond, and Zori's left alone. 1v1. 2 kills to his name. His USP starts making his way in with no kit in play. You're going to jump face, try to look for wherever Snappy is holding from. Seen him out towards ramp. Snappy repositions back behind the short boxes. Headshot angle only for Zori. Still gets the headshot, still gets the kill, and still should get the defuse for HAVU.
Going to be forcing up. They got a lot of damage. They got a bomb plant that last one. Just couldn't quite play the clock. HAVU, perfect opportunity for them to be able to get up to double digits, but Spinks at least gets that first kill with Zori to fall.
X7 can respond towards one man, almost get the kill on the second. Dotto is tagged and naded to 67. Flashbangs forward, Incendiary is continuing to disturb. Now going to become the central focus of the B-side defense, and Hades executes him with great prejudice, drags him to the underworld, and now looks in for a little bit more. The tag on X7 is only a tag. The trade is involved to a 3-on-3. AK is at least in play for X7, so they've got a slight firepower advantage, but SMG as well for Slowy might limit that and bring it back to rough even position. Smoke down for Dia, sees that first contact, wants nothing to do with taking the kill back. Smoke instead for the CT player. The Spinks catches Slowy. Great kill straight through that smoke. 2 remaining, 1 remaining. X7 finished off by Dia. And Aerial, well, 1v3. Got to get out of here. Got to hold on to the M4. Dia does get caught at least for an exit frag, but now he's got to escape.
Dotto and Spinks, very good post plant from just, well, really the 3 of them. You can even
force back, of course, will come through for the CT side. They got no loss bonus. Slowy again with the scout out. Can't find Hades as Dia is picked up first.
It's a good advantage to start off. Slowy even getting a pick in towards a mid player. So this is all falling apart. Only 3 players left. Dotto being tagged up. ENCE really need a miracle. They need someone to be able to get a couple of kills, open up a bomb site. Dotto's going to try that.
Down's the corner. Spinks picks up 1 frag on the Galil. Scout jump facing ever Slowy, trying to go for the cheeky no-scope shots. And pays for it. Dotto with a trade back, but Zori responds to the man. So 3 versus 2. Getting involved towards that mid to be play at the CT spawn.
Into the B site itself and trying to see if they can just trap in X7. Now going out towards long, making noise.
Aerial catches him, Scout. Still hunting for the contact on this site itself. If they swing together, that could be the way in. But Aerial's on such low HP here. 35, but on his back. Continue facing, seeing the shoulder, but getting dinked up by that M4. Still wins his 2K. Smoke down on the boost spot position, but not towards the CT cross itself. They're still going to cross ahead of it, though. Flashbang's involved. To be able to escape against that man that burst through on Slowy. Sees what's going on. Dia trying to look for the kill against the man. He gets it. Doubles up on Disturb. Turns around with a triple back towards the players at CT. Hayes going to wait back in a 4 versus 3. Extend through that smoke. Zori looking above. They could catch some kills here. The CTs are going to go back and save. And indeed, Zori does fall. So ENCE force the issue on the bomb site. Force HAVU to save.
Yes, it's only one. Yes, that AWP still stays in play, but it's further economical damage.
Economy state.
Well, it's got to come down to follow up in terms of rounds and make sure that HAVU, if they're saving, that they've got a hunt squad going forward, flash out towards this long position, and look at the damage that gets contained. A couple of early kills. Dia's even low.
Lockdown held together for HAVU as Dia does get caught by Zori next up. Low waiting here for ENCE, hoping that HAVU make a mistake out of this. Or slight gap in that smoke. Hades giving up the angle, so Disturbed can't punish him, not with a kill. At least that can be finished off by Aerial. Dotto gets 2 of them for return. Smoke back on a site, gonna try plant for it. That smoke actually missed, so you got a cross back big box, very risky. Slowy still set in with the M4 and very low HP. Smoke has at least hold off the cross for the moment and stop the CTs from pressing that too far forward. But they're going to look for the angle on short, and Zori lands his kill. Lands the round for HAVU.
It's a decent bomb plant in a 2v5. You do a little bit further damage than maybe what you could have got away with. You'll be able to buy it up going into the next with the loss bonus.
That was a map that they were able to take pretty handily above HAVU themselves, so ENCE focusing into the B hit once again. Very successful with this hold. The M4 Slowy blind fires and lines up so much. Forces out a TK from Dia. And Disturbed holds the spray on Dotto as well. 4 versus 2. And ENCE have just fallen apart here in the tunnels. Gonna hold off the rotations into the mid control, but they're still gonna try press the issue to B once again. Hades in the midst of the smoke, utility coming down towards the doorways, but they've got to deal with the players that are both on site. Hades gets caught, Dia in a 1 versus 4. Good burst fire on Disturbed. He was already tagged up very low though. And Zori Zorb forced away with a Molotov perhaps. Might buy a bit of breathing room for a bomb plant, but a 1v3 to hold off the site.
That's going to be difficult. Zori thinking about making some pop shots in there. Dia's just got to position himself to isolate these pigs.
Now known, good shot on the first. Not quite the second though. X7 there with a responsive, and we'll see where that bomb is implanted for. Cheeky in towards Gandalf, sees one player just above that smoke. AK spray a little bit going far awry. X7 might get forced out of position. The bomb plant's got to come in secured though. Norb shot misses continuously. Finally, Dia opens up in the round, but Aerial's there to respond.
Oh, he even gets away with a couple. There is a bit of a late lurk coming through from the mid position. That could come in towards CT.
Okay, back towards Spinks, dealt with by Disturbed. He's read it. 2 players left. Snappy does get 1 pick back. There's such low HP across the CT board, but still, they're falling apart. Taps forward. Dotso with 2 kills. And now got a hold up against the last man, who holds the clutch together for 3 to his name for 11 for ENCE.
Position gets him on a perfect timing, repositioning out to that ramp position, just precision. Really good read for Disturbed to look back out towards mid. It seemed like there was so much going for the CTs there, but just not being able to deal with Dotto.
Great.
Oh,
awkward smoke. That's got a big gap in it. X7's going to exploit that. Dotto spotted. Now they realise what's going on. The Molotov won't burn that fast. Snappy, Hades, Dia down to 0 or low HP. Dia next up to 4. Disturbed finds 1. X7 finds another. And that 1 miss smoke costs ENCE any chance here in Dust 2. No grind to OT. It's 16-12 for HAVU as they take map 1. Their map pick of Dust 2, and ENCE got 5 on the nuke map that followed up. So I look forward to seeing whether or not this international squad can replicate similar results or go even further in this. It's HAVU on the CT start though, and Aerial drawing first blood. Dotto to full, Aerial traded, Hades trying to work in a little bit further towards Hell, tags up Zori, can't quite finish off the kill.
Dia's been able to sneak down towards a lower bomb site with Snappy, trying to see if they can beat the rotation of Zori, who's already so low, and Spinks is the one to find the man advantage.
There's nice distraction towards outside. No one was expecting him to dive down towards that secret control. Disturbed has come up with a tray frag alongside Slowy to respond towards Spinks. 2 versus 2. X7 seen by Snappy. Hades going to try converge in against them. They have info on both players, but they do not have the man advantage. They do not have the round either. Snappy with a swing. 2 kills for him. ENCE with a pistol.
One element of the T got pulled for a spin in that round.
Yeah, again, I would have thought that it would all rested on that hell position and that locker room's play from Hades, but again, that was all a ruse, and now Dia just drive-by with a MAC-10, getting 2 kills involved. Nicely done. X7 disturbed and Zoro, the last couple of players involved here for the HAVU camp. Of course, in this force buy, it has been ripped apart by an SMG alone, so... Oh, Dia continues fragging. 3 kills for him. Again, jump in the corner. Again, finally disturbed. And now 1 player in the back of the site. That's Zori. Faced in by the Galil, who also does not go down. 1v5 for a second round for ENCE.
Yeah, sometimes the MAC-10s, they just look like lasers, don't they?
Hades does dive down in the end, try and join his teammates, making a lot of noise about it. So 2 CTs on the rotations, but they're not aware that Spinks could be in orbs on a window, not even popped open at the right moment. He strikes on X7, but Hades is traded back by Zori. His orb set to the B site, 3 on 3. Dotter's got to come in with his backstab. He's going to be so silent about this. Zori's in trouble. Zori's a dead man, and now they can cross get the bomb down.
He did start turning around, looking back, and there is a player that's come through quickly in terms of the rotations for the CTs, but they've got to get a move on.
Ooh, open plant. Dotto's got it covered, disturbed. 1 versus 3 now for him. The coach standing in.
No one's giving up a fight, are they? So really for Disturbed, he's got to be thinking about saving onto this M4, trying to go back up the vents or even out towards Secret, taking the duel onto Snappy, but losing it out. ENCE, even in a situation where...
more.
There's just no util for the CTs to work with, and for Disturbed, he can't really get a lot of assistance in. HG goes down towards Squeakdoor. That does a fair bit of decent damage, but Dia just follows up, and this has to be a save. They can't go for it.
Yeah, especially with that kill on X7, 2v5. And damage is great, but it doesn't lead to kills, and therefore does not lead to the round.
And coming into this veto, it's very telegraphed on getting Dust 2 and Nuke out, knowing the way it was last time. Just a little bit of a shame that for HAVU, you win an eco, just repositioning out on the side dry.
Oh, miss smoke there at the T-side line. Can't siphon off the main entrance, and Aerial can get Dia face out towards the garage angle. Good idea from him, but not quite solid on execution. And now Slowy set with the defensive here towards ramp on the off angle. Snappy still reads it, gets his kid involved. Adjustment against the man to a 2-for-1. 4 on 3. Orb still set here towards the back line. Disturbed finds Snappy, and they still got an M4 as well up in the raft to swing back. They do catch up. Sorry, 2 versus 2. Leg shots only land so good against Spinks as he gets his 2K involved, and Aerial up to clutch on a retake. Hit Incendiary down. Where does he put the Incendiary first and foremost? Well, that's at the blue box would be the most ideal angle here. He's checking out the back lines, and he does put that up. Does that extend far enough? Yes, it does. Hades forced out in the open. He's going to burn and fall. 1 versus 1. AK picked up. Where's Spinks? Out of observation. He's going to wait for him. Bomb not planted for the observation window, though. And Spinks will get the kill in anyways. Aerial, not enough time. 6th round for ENCE.
For anyone at home,
we'll see how that transpires as time goes on. Mag 7's in for 2 players. And auto shotgun for Zori as well. Very shotgun based in this round. It's going to get interesting. The Eagles found his way forward. Aerial disturbed. Still in all the kills alongside Zori here. 3 picks untraded, and ENCE have been shocked out of this round, I feel. Bomb dropped all for Hades. AK of Spinks. How do they go about this? They just lost all control. Out to close vent. When does X7 drop in? Do they just wait for it? I think the best place to wait for it. He's got disturbed as well on the other side. All a case of timing. Shotgun shot. Connects on the damage. XM swings out. Gets another kill. Doesn't quite make it a 3rd, and the AWP of Hades there for the trade, but got to get somewhere towards that bomb. 30 seconds. Does not see where X7 fell out towards. Knew that he was there, but 25 seconds. Surely he saves from here, right?
I don't know why he's not just chucking the AWP away. I'm just thinking, just go back out to Lou, and you could just see that in some of these rounds, they're desperate for anything. DR, ooh, has not seen the plan towards the top of Garage, has now. It's a little bit too late. Oh, he still gets a kill. How?
Somehow. I'm not going to answer that question. I don't even think I could. Zori does find a frag on Dia as well to a 4 on 4.
Ooh.
Look at the wraparound from Aerial. Okay, this could be everything. No! He still gets killed off by Dotto. Couldn't line up the full-on spray. Got it all to do alongside Zori here down at the lower site. This time they have presence on the site itself, and a 3rd man could also join them. Gotta rotate the long way around, though.
Yeah, X7's at least been able to catch one off, see that bomb too, but he needs to follow up now. They've got a bit of a play towards topside.
Dotto a little bit lagging behind in terms of his kill attempt. Spinks Seeing disturbed, seeing his shoulder, wins that fight, and the rotation right back up to A can come through, although Dotto is going to get caught on it, so it'll be a 2 versus 2. The bomb will still go down. Snappy sees that Molotov, knows that there's CT inbound. No smoke to cover it off, the count smoke back in, he still forces forward, and the Snappy can still detect him through that smoke. Zori, now with an AWP left, the fuse in hand, flash over, I think he wants to save call. Yeah,
That's going to open up ramp a little bit more. X7's the only player to hold.
Hades catches Slurry out of squeaky doors, so 4v4 now. Looking in with the Molotov towards closed vent and vent itself. Aerial watching from main, gonna get smoked off position. Will still try and force forward. Disturbed, caught in the back of the site. Good kill for Spinks. An AWP upstairs, caught off. Aerial now facing forward, sees 2 players in the lineup, but doesn't get the kills on either. Just damage done over 1 versus 4 for X7 as Hades makes it a triple and just makes it look so proficient here for ENCE. 9-2.
They've got to be able to clear out this tight left position. They've got to have a flash. Someone's got to be pre-aiming it. X7, how much does he get away? Spinks is swinging out really, really wide. X7 gets away with 1. Looking to follow up. Only gets 1. At least rotations have come in from lobby.
And now Slow's bracket in the min here. They've got to commit towards that B site. Zori's on rotation as well. His AWP set towards Obs, expecting them to be out here. And the window has popped open. Now it has been Hades. Head seen. Molotov to drive him away, but still Zori lands a shot. Spinks up close and personal. Leg shot to do him. Tiny 2-8 points of health for the AWP. Disturbed also tagged pretty low, but so is Spinks to 15. Dotto on site. Needs to get a bomb plant in soon. They draw attention back here. He's down in the middle of that site. Extends the buckshot well the damage, but Dotto still gets 2 kills. Caught on a reload though. On rotation back to the A side. That's a very smart call. Making a lot of noise for it. Dotto's on the read. Aerial. Flashbang over. Turned away from a closed vent. And Aerial's completely blind himself. 3 kills for Dotto. And what a clutch that was. Focus rafters. Focus doors.
In the half on a positive note. Get to 3 if possible.
AUG out spray through for Aerial. Slowy. Losing Disturbed on Spinks' part. They're going to look up. He knows that he's there. He knows that he's somewhere out in position. Here towards the hut control. Slowy can't get a kill involved. The Hades responding to Aerial going back and forth. Dia runs out of ammo, but Snappy can deal with Slowy regardless. Zori 1v3 on the AWP. Shots missed on the first player and falls to his death. That's not the way you want to end the half. 1% or less chance of being able to bring a comeback, but it's never 0. It's never 0. Might be 0 for X7 in this round. Dia gets that first kill. Zori trying to trade it alongside Slowy. So, 2 for 1 for HAVU. They have control of the man advantage. Will that remain that way? Oh, not on Snappy's watch, but he misses his shots towards outside. 2 players face him. He gets tagged up. Spinks also goes down.
Yeah, Snappy just needs to try and hold, waste as much time as possible, get Dia to wrap in from the outside position in from Secret, but they need another pick.
Dia finally gets here. Flashbang at the ready. Utility picked up from a dead teammate, and Snappy gets his headshot now to a 2 versus 2. 1 closed vent, 1 out the back of the site. Dia and Snappy have landed all the headshots. They pulled it off. Started so well for HAVU, but almost completely over. See what maybe the Eagles and SMGs can do here, but Snappy with his M4 set. Shotguns out for Spinks. 2 kills found, 1 trade back for X7. Sorry, can deal with Snappy as well, so it will be a 3 versus 3. But ENCE still got a weapon advantage, still got positions above the T side line. They drop the likes of X7. That bomb is down in ramp, it can still commit.
They're a little bit more hungry. Rather than just falling down and getting a post plant, they want more. And if they could trade out Dia in Garage, that could be an opportunity.
But they can't. Zori now left to clutch it. 1 on 3. Up in heaven, so he's got a slight positional advantage above the man, so he can get a pick back.
No one's made a footstep. No one's been able to relay any communication over earlier of where they were playing from. So even for Zori, he just goes down and puts that bomb in. There could be a chance that just Spinks instantly swings.
He won't instantly swing, but he will get up close. Shotgun, lands 2 taps, lands his kill. Lands the round for ENCE. Map points for them. And it looks like our third is indeed calling us to play again.
Insult to injury, wouldn't it, if they went down Secret? They just didn't even clear the position. Bit of a gap for Snappy to work with in the smoke outside.
Disturbed. And sneak up close. Still Snappy adjusts against him and deals with a second player as well. 5 on 3. Scout firing. Snappy gets a triple. Aerial gets 1 player to respond back. Dotto gets involved, however, and X7 dealt with by Snappy on a quadra. 16-2. Not even a challenge by HAVU, but they've got a challenge. Moment to strike. The backstab, the two-prone attack. 3 players coming in from Dumpster and Bank. The Bank player, Dotto, take the 4 points of health. Backs are turned to the likes of Spinks. They're still doing damage as Hades finally ends up falling. Now Spinks looking to strike, gets 1 headshot in. Looks for the second couple of players as well, but slowly peeks back up. Disturb deals with Dia, and Dotto falls to the hands of Aerial. So HAVU, with a pretty good pistol strategy. I really liked how that one worked out for them against that first round to their board.
Between the two.
Molotovs in X7 watching with a scout, tags up Hades. Frag found, damage done, X7 and Spinks going back and forth, and Spinks finds 2 more Deagle shots to grab rifles, and a 4 versus 2, and ENCE are about to respond to another force by steal.
Yeah, Spinks, he just needs to hold, just waste as much time as possible. If he finds any more impact, any more kills than this is just going to be over completely. Spinks might even be able to get the quadro. No, not going to quite happen. Gets away with 3. Disturbed is now going to try and clutch, and there's CTs everywhere.
And he's thinking grab an AK, but at the wrong moment, that's when they swing back. D catches his frag. Oh, disaster. Oh, disaster there for HAVU.
May get caught off depending on how far forward he pushes.
Here's the footsteps, gets the kill. Easy pickings for the first. Almost a second, struggling a little bit with that kill, but does make it happen in the end. 4 versus 2. HAVU, pistols. Falling apart easy.
And just making sure that they don't get too silly in this 4v2. Don't need to get too overly aggressive. That's a nice shot coming through for Aerial. They've seen the comp player too.
Walking in. Galil watching. Gonna dive down here in those footsteps. Catches Disturbed. Sees the man. Can't quite get the kill out of the falling. But time at this stage. The bomb can't go down in time. 4 seconds. And Aerial falls. And to take that second back to the CT board.
All too often.
Smokes on, Molotov's down, Hades watching, Spinks there to try and respond towards the man as he gets killed off. Then for A1S, very awkward on the spray. X7 gets a kill involved. Rotates coming in very, very quickly here for ENCE. 1 player is already on the site, but what can he do from the back of truck? Snappy watching the headshot angles, could get wide swung out towards APC. Teammates got to get hit, slowly gets caught. Good frag on the first, not quite the second area response towards it. Dia turns the SMG into a 3 versus 2. Bomb up close for him, but Disturbed gets a trade. Dotto left to clutch it. First frag found, so he's the second man back behind the default boxes. Swing back to the right as Disturbed looks to just chip away at the tag damage. He's got a HP advantage of them both, but the man advantage goes well and true to the favor of HAVU. Eventually, just too many angles to check. The kill comes forward as second to the board.
To start rotating up to the A side.
Swing out. Good kill for Spinks. 7 caught. And player out towards tree. Seen by Spinks. He's not quite ready to catch him, though. So, trade back to a 4 versus 4. The M4 Snappy can respond towards that. So, man advantage maintained by ENCE.
Oh, Hades saw the player up towards the bathroom, so it's exactly where he is. Easy shot. Snappy just needs to be able to try and stay alive, just waste as much time. Zori gets the trade back, but him and Disturbed are going to work together.
Just try to deny the bomb plant here. 15 seconds for them to get up to that plant position. Smoke involved with Disturbed. The flashbang also at the ready. Siphon off that heaven control, but again, it all waits on Dia just to catch him off at the right moment. 6 seconds, though. They're running the clock extremely low, and now it's over. Even Zori falls to the hands of the FAMAS. ENCE with 4.
And one of the able to do so, get themselves a 5v4, even do some follow-up spam damage onto Dotto. There is a boost up in towards Connector. X7 is in preemptive position out towards the right-hand side. He isn't. Spinks gets away with 1, needs to try and stay alive, doesn't quite happen.
SMG held back, Snappy waiting for Aerial, and Aerial just swings him straight headshot. 2 players left now for ENCE. Now to signpost Autogress pretty far forward to this. This could start getting a bit risky, but ultimately I think you have to take risks here. Dotto around the corner. Sees Slowy, great shot. Aerial there with a responsive trade. Now it's all on Dia. Back at Dumpster, thinking of the rotations. He's going to come up from Bank, I think. Just thinking about it. Going to go pretty far forward. On the back of Aerial. Disturbed gets caught. Great shot, great kill. 17 seconds left. Bomb plant heard. Now Dia knows where it is, but sorry, it's covering it off with the AWP. Damage was done by the AK, but not enough to get a kill. It's a 3rd for HAVU. Still trying to boost up here, X7. And they can Galil up. They see that 1 player, but they're going to rest together alongside them. Dotto with 2 frags. Dia does fall in turn. That's a 2-for-1 trade that favors ENCE, though.
Jeez, they read that easily, didn't they? No sound cue, no nothing, just a single jump spot for Snappy, and they know exactly what's going on. Molly goes down, they're so ready for the boost up. And for HAVU, they just need a bit of a pick back. At least Slowy finds one.
Great shot on Dotto's head, a very tight angle to hit, and now they're going to focus on that grill player in Snappy, who's so far out in the open, so focused on that short control, not watching Monster at all. So HAVU have brought this back from the brink, a 3-on-2 situation. Now all up close here for Hades, back up towards the water control. Here's that bomb plant coming in. Can't really swing to deny it though. He'll try and do so, and indeed he gets that kill. Now back to a 2 versus 2 with Deagle closing in from short, but the T-side players will actually fall. Spinks turns it into a 1-on-1 now. Slowy planted behind some harder cover, gets back here, but Hades recovers. What a hold from those two. Molotovs to suppress T-side members at the helm. Spinks watching, waiting, and collecting. 2 kills to him in the mid position. Slowy gets that trade back, dropping that bomb. Of course, the CTs know where it is. And the other AWP of Hades held back here. They know that there was 2 AWPs in play. Where did that second man go? Smokes on to suppress by a bit of breathing there towards the corner control. As Snappy does get killed off, and Slowy also responds towards Dia, but the bomb plant seen to the shoulder. Slowy going to regress, and Hades lands the kill. A little bit of damage being done there towards the CT line, but no bomb plant means there's no punish buy. I mean, I don't know. Zori picking up Hades, at least looking like a positive entity for this particular round. This could be that one indeed. D tagged up pretty heavy, but X7 burns the Dotto's Molotov. Disturbed, wrapping the corner. 2 players to find here at the cubby, and gets them both. Wraps in from the short control, however, for the part of Snappy. Waiting for that bomb plant to be conceded. We'll go for a safe plant behind the pillar, so Aerial seeing them rotating back. Snappy still sticks around here at short.
Probably holding on to the weapons is the best bet, or at least continue to try and follow up damage. Only gets away with 1. Spink's just trying to spam through the heaven smoke. Gotta be careful, mate. Don't just run through that, because it's not going to happen at all. Just hold on to the M4, bring it into the next round. And I tell you, Jay, mind reader. The tip at home, never try and take any kind of shots if you're standing on a ladder, because it will just not go where you're aiming. So bit of a situation there where it could have been better if it was underneath, but timing and everything, 5-on-3 advantage. Dotto could sneak up and potentially drop the bomb, but no, not going to happen.
From a caster's blessing to a caster's curse. Immediately, as soon as you start talking about him dropping the bomb, not going to happen at all. And the kill coming in. The Snappy leaves it all to Hades 1 versus 5.
HAVU, I will say, the last 3-4 rounds or so, I've been well impressed with them.
All those flashbangs at the right timings here for the T-side line, and in the end, yeah. HAVU did start to bring it back, so credit to them, because I had them written off.
Out from Condor and into short water, but even with the play, now the footsteps are going to be heard.
Smokes down at the short suppression player being seen by Spinks. He can't quite get the kill. Out of heaven will also be smoked off. Slowy opens up the half here, gets the kill in. Aerial going to try and follow suit and does get 1 frag with his own right, but X7 behind him in the smoke will tap through into Dotto's rough positioning, dropping the bomb and dropping us to a 3 versus 2. Disturbed takes fight, and so does Zori. Out to the short pipe. Snappy will fall, and so will Hades. And HAVU, I mean, for a team that's got such a low pistol conversion ratio in the tournament, they're doing pretty good with pistols in this. Find it, X7. Jump facing to look out towards that monster position. Smoke down, Dotto, Deagle finds that first pick. The round's basically run right here, or is it? Disturbed. SMG picks up a frag back to a 4 versus 3. Eagle's trying to fight back out of here towards the backline position, and Aerial deals another good frag. Spinks can chime in, knows exactly where Slowy is. Tech9 wraps the corner, and it looks like for the first time, maybe we might actually not get the first pick to lead to the round win. Spinks hearing both sides of footsteps, though he's going to try his hand at it, but doesn't get past Disturbed. So HAVU hold their own. Quadra for Disturbed at that one, but coach, a manager, somehow he's coming up good here for HAVU. Had to drop that meme in somewhere at some point. Dia finds the frag on Slowy, and Zori gets his kill involved. SMG does get dealt with by Spinks in the end. The Manic sprays of the AK. Not good here for ENCE.
What am I supposed to do, man? He's a coach. Yeah, no, it just keeps going on. But so does this round. ENCE, as soon as they get the rifles forward, look at really what's been able to change. Disturbed.
ENCE knowing, however, that they have done so much damage in the previous... no, Disturbed. Caught off by Dotto, there he falls. And that leaves nothing to hold into the next round. And as I mentioned before, ENCE have done so much damage, they know this was a reset potential round.
Hades knows exactly where he is, does bait out the first shot.
Molotov's in, however, across the entire site. The drive slowly away, and Zori does get his kill back in and double up. Okay. Here's the Zori you wanted to see. Dia getting tagged up to 36 as well with counter incendiaries back at the CT forces. Allows an easy kill for Aerial to come back. 2 left standing. AK round the corner for Snappy. Hoping he can see something of the CT side, but so far so little has been gained. Spoke to buy some cover, and he does get caught by Aerial in the end. 1 versus 5 for Hades. Gotta go 1 better than Zori himself. He knows he's not got anything in this round. Throw the AWP away. Concede 9 to HAVU.
It's a smart call. I mean, both teams don't really double AWP, but don't give them a free on A.
Zori's ready. AK around the corner, the boost up. Oh, what a sequence. What a sequence from Zori and Aerial. Hades trying to chime back in, though. Almost gets Slowy as well. Flashed out, blinded, gets that secondary kill. 1 more player out towards long. They know their bomb's been dropped out there. They've got to win this fight, and indeed Spinks can. So back to the favor of ENCE will go. But 20 seconds, they've got to commit to A.
Rotations have come in really, really quickly, but Hades is still trying to see if he can find anything down onto the site. X7 gets away with 1. They've got to try and slow this down.
Now it's down to a 1v2. Disturbed. Oh, he burns Spinks. 5 seconds. Dot's got to go for the plant right now. He just gets it in, but now he's going to stall for time. Disturbed can make his way up closer. The AK loses the fight. What a hold from Disturbed. Veterancy and skill, they all combine in this one man. And it gets HAVU to 11.
He's done it again. How has he done it again? Another great clutch coming to the molly to deal with Spinks. The last player at Dotto. Oh, that whole round.
It started with that amazing sequence.
They are bringing this back, and for ENCE, they'll get the rifles out, but even for HAVU, they've got so much money in the reserve to work with.
Aggressive, they're going to get Dotto. Does find the first kill on Slowy at least, but Disturbed trades it. Again, getting involved to add up to his kill tally. 23 deep, 24 deep. You just can't stop him.
He's without a doubt having one of the biggest maps I've seen from him since standing in with this team. Up against a top 30 team in the world. ENCE maybe looking for a little bit too much there. That gets it back to a 3-on-3.
X7 still fighting, lines up 2 and makes it a triple. And ENCE are just falling apart. 13. For that opening frag on Spinks. Can't see him down towards underpass though. 60 seconds left to the clock.
Oh, the timing is so perfect there for Zori. He catches off 1, and now Aerial's hearing the footsteps.
Gets Dia next up. 2 frags. Hades trades it back. 4 versus 3. HAVU having control back. The Molotov's involved. The M4 swing sees the AWP. Drops in the same. 2 left. But Snappy responds in kind. 30 seconds. Look at the backstab for Slowy though. Does Dotto read it? Seeing that man, Snappy starts to walk up. 15 seconds left to the clock. The AWP and Disturbed on the crossfire. Looking back for them. Bomb plant. Can't be denied right here. Swing on the man. Dotto gets the kill, but they force him off. Snappy in the open. That's done. Zori secured it. 16-13. He might not have been their man, but he was in that moment, and that's enough for HAVU.
Oh my goodness. What a best of 3 result to come through for the Finnish side.